R&M Spells Farms here coming at you with an update. Many of you probably remember if you follow us on Facebook or on the MeWe and stuff that we had a tornado here on the farm last August, and it did some damage to things, and we've kind of been repairing since then. And one of the things that we've wanted to do since then is get some more playground in for the goats. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna get that going. As you can see, the equipment's being hauled over, and we're letting the kids play with the excavator a little bit, get the farm hands on it. That's one of my farm hands at the controls there. That's my second youngest from the bottom up, and it's a fun experience to let them, kind of ride on the little mini excavator and get stuff done. The 26G does a great job. I got these tires from our local John Deere dealer. They were willing to just give them to us for free. And they make really good toys for the goats. They love playing on them. They're indestructible. They do great. Now, we were going to put a whole bunch of these in this fall, but again, weather came, gave us a whole bunch of problems, and, it's what it is. So each of the two farm hands got to dig holes for the tires. My two older daughters got to dig holes, and then my third daughter got to dig a hole. So we let everybody kind of dig in a tire and plant part of the playground, so to speak. And I've done this before, folks. It's really good stuff to help keep your goats in your confined area. Obviously, they're going to leave if they don't have water, they don't have food, if they're scared, or they're bored. So, give them water, give them food, lots of it, and then give them something to play with. It works great. These old tires work fantastic. Now, with that being said, they're also good for, sandboxes for the kids and playground equipment for kids. Our kids plop and jump on these things all the time and have an absolute blast. But I think what's neat about this project is you can see there's one set there in the background that they did today too, is they get to do the digging, they get to do the work. I'm here to supervise, make sure they're safe with the equipment, but it's a learning experience. It's learning how to use the tool, it's learning how to dig, it's learning how to put something up straight and level. Believe it or not, we still want the tires actually, looking fairly decent. It's about hard work. It's a hard clay here. It's not fun to shovel back in, even with the skid steer. But that's kind of the way the game goes, if you know what I mean. You just get it done. So here we're going to kick the rock out from underneath, so we can get this thing into the hole. Bryce and I give this a big old push. There's Anna and my daughter Julie on the backside giving a push. Plop, and it goes. Then you level it up and start shoveling it back in. When it comes to different types of activities on the farms, the kids have a lot of chores. They've got, goats to feed in the morning and goats to milk. Same thing in the evening. They've got chickens right now that are being raised up for fair, and they got to be monitored through the excessive heat, and of course be fed and watered. We've got, some neighboring pigs that we're trying to help out with, which obviously we own one of. We've got some beef cows, want to keep them happy and satisfied because we're going to butcher them in October. So there's a lot of different projects going on. So sometimes, taking a little time off of all the major routine and just doing something fun like this is kind of nice. Our farm hands, a lot of times, they're knee-deep in a hole with a water line in it, or they're mucking manure out of a chicken stall, or they're cleaning out horse stalls, or they're moving horses back and forth. They're on their hands and knees, literally hand weeding, onions and carrots and stuff. So a lot of their day is not very friendly for the money they make. So again, having something where they can jump on some big equipment, big to them, obviously, dig a hole, understand how it works, and understand that, there's something to be said for doing it all yourself on the farm, versus, paying a company to come in and build a goat jungle gym. But they're enjoying this, folks. This works out good. I'm in here right now just trying to make sure we get it organized and straight, and then the minute I do that, get the next kid up there. As you can see, my son there, he rides all the time on the excavator. Every time it's running, he's on it. But Julia's a little bit more unexperienced at the machine, so we chose to use a smaller tire with her so she didn't have to dig quite so much. But she's getting it. And then this tire will be more like a step up so they can get to this tire to get to the big tire, which is kind of fun for the goats. The type of goats that we have here do enjoy bouncing around. Now, obviously, alpines like it, but boy, the boar goats like getting on top of things too. The Nubians, I think they could take or leave the tire depending upon what they're doing. They more like the teeter-totters and stuff, and that's fine. But this works out pretty good, so we enjoy it. It's good activity. Everybody gets to put some work and effort into it, and we get it done quick. And it's also a good way to recycle these old tires. Now, granted, you could, these dealers, they can get them hauled away and pay money and get them all chewed up into recycled rubber, and they can end up in our swing sets down the road or something like that too. But I definitely like this way of doing it. You can see there's a rock structure here behind it. My daughter Anna's putting the rock back on it that we used to hold the tire. They love that thing too. They love climbing on rock piles and stuff. So if you got leftover concrete or concrete block that you want to get rid of, or even landscaping block, pile it up. Goats love being on that kind of stuff. So it only took us, I think maybe 2 hours with all the help here to get these couple in. We did one in each of the pens. And these are pasture pens. We have multiples of these so we can kind of rotate the goats around. We can segregate goats. I think it helps with, them getting used to each other and, being able to put dairy goats from meat goats and separate them. I also think it really helps with worms. Being able to give a pasture some downtime to grow its grass back and to kill off its worms, I think helps a lot. In Minnesota, obviously, we have an advantage. It's pretty flippin' cold. Some of our worms can't handle that. So once this is in, we're going to turn our attention, folks, back to the greenhouse. As you saw in our previous video that we put out, that we started the greenhouse build, and that's going to take a few episodes for us to get done. But this was a nice little, quick Wednesday afternoon detour in our construction. It turned out great. I certainly appreciate you guys liking and following our channel. As you can see, the goats are a little scared of it at first. Anna is bringing in the 3 Nubians here. They're not so sure about it, but, time will tell. We'll see what they think. The Alpines are coming out here. Here comes one of the big mama Alpines. She's got a couple kids. They like jumping on everything, so I'm pretty sure it won't be long, and they'll be jumping up on things pretty fast. So either way, we just let the goats kind of adjust, and we'll see who gets up on this and see how they do. And Anna's going to try and help them out here. I'm not too sure that's going to go over so well. She's probably going to be like, nope. That's pretty much what she thought of that. Give her some time, and these milking Nubians will come right around to it. Goats are kind of unique creatures. They have to get used to things before they try them out. Oh, here's one of the little goat kids. Just gonna put the little goat kid up here. Yeah, he's getting used to it. Yeah. Once they get used to being on it, they'll be on this thing every single day. It's kind of fun for them, if you know what I mean, folks. They'll be jumping and hopping and playing on these things. Right now the grass is green out here, and as you can see, they like to lawnmower it like they haven't seen grass in a few weeks. It's always fun, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and follow us on our channel, folks. Thank you.